Yo, what is going on, guys? Troy Adishin here, and I am so excited to share with you the simple science behind how you can actually consume more candy, more sugar, and more high carbohydrate foods and actually speed up your fat loss. There is a very strategic way to incorporate more sugar and more carbohydrates into your diet and still speed up your fat loss, and I want to share it with you guys today because you are actually shooting yourself in the foot if you're limiting yourself on your calories for an extended period of time and you're eliminating carbohydrates altogether. I'm gonna give you a really simple strategy on how you can consume frozen yogurt, gummy bears, fruit snacks, all types of different high carbohydrate foods over the course of a week and actually accelerate your fat loss and make your life so much easier. So right now I'm hanging out on the beach here, Longboat Key, Sarasota, Florida. The sun is setting in about an hour, absolutely beautiful out here, so I wanted to come out here and keep the content flowing. So, I want to give you guys a little story so you can further understand this. So, I actually get this all the time when different people email me, or I work with people who've struggled with weight loss over the course of many years. They all have this in common. So, for instance, a person goes on a weight loss diet for the first 3 weeks. They're cutting their calories to say 1,400 a day, barely consuming any carbohydrates. The first 3 weeks go by, and they lost about 15 total pounds. So far, so good. They're seeing results, even though it's been a pain in the ass. They've starved themselves of many of their favorite foods. They've eliminated their carbohydrates almost to like zero for the day. They lost 11 pounds in 21 days. Now, over the course of the next 3 weeks, they continue to do the same thing. They go on a low-carb diet. They're on a calorie deficit. But over the course of the next 3 weeks, something crazy happens. They only lose 2 pounds over the next 3 weeks. Well, why did this happen? There's actually 4 really negative things that happen in their body when they went on a calorie deficit, specifically a low-carb diet for an extended period of time. Number 1, they shut down and lowered their leptin levels, which is a very crucial fat-burning hormone. Number 2, when you go on a calorie deficit for an extended period of time, you actually slow down your metabolism. And then the sluggish metabolism actually causes you to lose energy, so you are less likely to go to the gym, less likely to work out with intensity. And then number 4 is you likely lost muscle mass and strength. So when you lose muscle mass and when you lose strength, that actually has negative effects on your metabolism and also your fat loss. So how can we avoid this? The biggest hack of all time, we have a strategic high carbohydrate diet built into each and every single week of our diet. So these high carbohydrate days, and the third part of this video, I'm going to tell you exactly how to pull this off really easily. But what this does is it boosts leptin, which is a crucial fat loss hormone. When you boost leptin, you actually shut down your cravings. So then when you go back to your normal diet, you're very less likely to crave the unhealthy foods. So this is key because I know for me personally, even when I've tried to go on extended cutting diets and fat loss diets, I start to have really intense cravings for like Pop-Tarts, chocolate covered gummy bears, different types of cereal. I just bought Fruity Pebbles the other day. I start to crave a lot of high sugar foods. And when you have one strategic high carb day built into your diet, you're gonna skyrocket those leptin levels and you're less likely to have these cravings. Number 2, you replenish your glycogen levels. Now, replenishing your glycogen levels allows your muscles to operate at full intensity. So, especially if you're a guy watching this video and your goal is to build a lot of muscle mass, that's an awesome goal for fat loss as well because muscle is going to boost up metabolism. It's also gonna speed up your fat loss. And then another thing that happens is your workout intensity is through the roof when you have this high carbohydrate diet. When your body's not starved with glycogen and when your muscles actually have glycogen to perform optimally, you're gonna go in the gym, whether it be high intensity interval training, whether it be like the squat jumps I showed you the other day, whether it be weight room training, you're gonna go in the gym and you're gonna increase your intensity. You're gonna have a better hormonal impact from your training. This is gonna boost your metabolism and it's going to speed up those fat loss results so much. So, how we're gonna do this is very strategically, and I'm assuming you guys are having somewhat of an idea of how many calories you're consuming every day on your diet. So if you're on a diet and you're consuming, say, 1,800 calories every single day, you wanna have one day out of the week where you consume about 500 more total calories. So if you're at 1,800 total calories, on your high carb day, you're gonna consume 2,300 total calories. So the ratios for this are really important because remember, carbohydrates are what we want to boost on this day. We don't want to boost our fat, we also don't want to boost our protein. So I recommend you do about 65% of your total calories carbohydrates. You do about 30% of your total calories in the form of lean protein. and you do about 5% of your calories in the form of healthy fat. So for instance, if you do, if you need to eat 2,300 calories, you take 2,300 times 0.65, and that shows you the amount of calories you need to consume from carbohydrates. Then you divide that number by 4 because there's 4 calories in 1 gram of carbohydrates, and that's how many grams of carbohydrates you need to eat on your high carb day. So if you have any questions about this whatsoever, just feel free to ask me in the comments below. But the thing is, you want to make sure that you're having very high carbohydrates and very low fat on these high carb days. So that's why I personally like to do things like I eat low fat frozen yogurt, I eat gummy bears, I eat Pop-Tarts. These are foods that are all really high in sugar and carbohydrates, but very low in fat, because when you boost your insulin and you boost the carbohydrates in your system, the worst thing that you can do is also consume a lot of fat, because you're more likely to have a spillover effect and pack on a lot of body fat when you do this. So hopefully that makes sense. And like I was saying, my personal favorites, I just love getting all my cravings out of the way. So sometimes I'll get like coconut frozen yogurt with a bunch of caramel on top. Sometimes I'll do Pop-Tarts, like just the other day I got a bunch of blueberry Pop-Tarts. Sometimes I'll do Fruity Pebbles cereal, Fruit Loops cereal, just anything that I'm craving that's going to replenish my glycogen and boost my leptin, increase my carb intake, and then I go right back the other 6 days into a cutting diet. I don't crave these foods at all. My training intensity is much higher and I actually speed up my fat loss long term. So hopefully that makes sense. Please let me know if you have any questions whatsoever about this, because I know I was kind of talking fast and this might be a new concept for a lot of you guys, so feel free to ask me in the comments below. And I also, I'm still giving away the 100% free fat burning meal plan, so if you look in the description below, just go ahead and download that right away. It gives you an awesome fat burning meal plan. In fact, perfect for incorporating this into your high carbohydrate cycling days. So once again, if you're really trying to accelerate your fat loss, I recommend doing 1 high carb day every 10 days. If you're just happy with burning maybe a couple pounds of fat per week, I'd say just do 1 high carb day every 7 days, once per week. So that is it for now. If this is your first time on the channel, I would love for you to stick around. And I'm trying to do 2 to 3 uploads every single week around fat loss content, just giving you really outside the box hacks on how to boost your metabolism, burn belly fat, get 6-pack abs. So please subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll talk to you guys real soon.